Hello, welcome to episode 147 of the Datapack tutorial series, version 1.2.1.4. Last episode we looked at translations, just some basic stuff, and today we're going to look at a bit more of what translations can do. Okay, so let's start. I'm just going to pop down a little command block there, and pop a button on it, and then we'll head over to the Datapack, where we left off last time. We had our give sword. I'm going to create a new function just for some testing, and I'm just going to call it test. Okay. And inside there, we'll do a tell raw. Tell raw, add all players, and we'll just keep it super simple. We'll just have a bit of text. And our text will say, hello. Now, I'm pretty sure you can guess what this is going to do. Okay, well, we'll do a reload. And inside here, we'll do a function. And I appear to be in Spanish still for some reason. We'll run test. Done. And I think we'll switch to English. There we go. Okay. Right. Learn Spanish with Minecraft. Okay, let's press that. And we get hello, as we would have expected. Okay, let's go back. Let's change this from text to translate. It's still going to look for hello. So let's look for a key. Let's make a key, my.test.string. That's going to be my key. And now what it's going to do is it's going to go off to my resource pack. So let's open up the resource pack. Let's shrink you down. Options, resource pack, open pack folder. Now I should already have the pack folder open somewhere. There it is. Okay, and we'll look in there. And we'll look in Assets, Minecraft, Language. And I'm currently using English US, so let's open up that file. Right, here are my keys. So I have ID, item, law, my sword. I don't have the key we've just added. So we are missing the key, my test string. It's not going to find it. So if we do a reload, it's going to go off to the English US language file and see if it can find that key. It's not going to be able to find it. And so it will just say, my test string. Sorry, I don't know what else to say. Okay. Let's add my test string. So in our English US, we will go in here and we'll add this. And we'll say, this is my string. And let's add the key, my.test.string. Okay, save that. Go back, do a reload. Now it can find the string. But we haven't reloaded the resource pack. So is our resource pack actually loaded? That might catch you out a few times. Let's have a look. Resource packs. It is loaded. It just needs a refresh. So we can do that the easy way with F3T. And now we'll press the button. This is my string. Okay. So in the data pack, we said use translate. This is the key. It said, what language file are you using? I'll go and check that out. It's recognized that I'm in English US. It's come into English US. It's found my test string. It's displayed the string. Now, let's look at Spanish. We don't have that key in Spanish. Okay, so if we switch to Spanish, now you might be expecting that it's not going to show the message. But it still does. So what Minecraft does is, by default, it will say, okay, you want me to find the string. Or my.test.string. No problem. What language are you currently in? Oh, you're currently in Spanish, European Spanish. I can't find the string there. And then it'll go, right, well, I'll check in the English file just in case you've put it in there. And it'll then check in the English file, and that's where it's finding it. And it'll default to this. Okay. So that's why it can still find it. But we can also add something called a fallback. Fallback. In fact, I think I'd have to put that like that. Fallback. I didn't find your string. Okay, let's save that. Now, what result will we get? It's not in the Spanish file, and we're currently set to Spanish. Okay, so now it's still gone to the English file, and it has found it in English, and it's used that string. Okay, let's remove it from the English file. We'll save that. We'll F3T to reload the resource pack. Now, that key doesn't exist anywhere. And it's brought up, I didn't find your string. So, what we can do is define a fallback message. So, look for this key in the current language. If the current language doesn't have it and is not English, look for this key in the English language. If you don't find it in there, then use this string instead. So, we've got fallback. That's one thing we can do. Let's use some variables in our string. So let's say, well, I'd like that to go. Thank you very much. Let's say with. We'll open and close. And then here we can put some things. We can have 1, 2. Let's try it with 2 things. So let's say with text. Well, let's pick some short little words. My finger was hovering over the T, so I'm going to put top. And let's put pot. Top and pot. Okay. So we're sort of sending these as arguments to my.test.string. Save. Okay, so let's use them. Let's go to our resource pack. We open up English US. Let's put my.test.string back in, and we'll say, let's do 1, 2, 3, or 4 of those. Let's do 3. Then we'll do a %S. We'll have another 1, 2, 3, and we'll have a %S. Okay, these little hyphens I've used here, these can be any characters. Let's put these ones as dots or something. This is just for demonstration. Let's save that. Okay, can we keep that on the screen at the same time? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a reload. Let's switch back to English US for now. Okay, well, we've got top, line S. We didn't seem to get anything for the second one. It might be a case that this is a special character and escaping it. Let's have a look. We've got 1 entry there, 1 entry there. Okay, let's have a look. If we do AAA, save. And reload, resource pack. Oh, it doesn't seem to like my second one. Oh, clearly I can see the mistake. It's supposed to be a %sign, and I've used a $sign for that one. Okay, so let's put it back to dots. So we're saying 3 dots, then whatever you passed first. 3 dots. Then whatever you passed second. So each time we put one of these $S's, %S's, so that would be the third one. That would be the fourth one. So it adds 1 to it each time. So this should give us ... top ... pot. That's feels strange to say. So we're passing variables. ... top ... pot. Okay. That's a start. Right, what else can we do with it? Well, we don't have to pick them in order. So each time we do one of these, it sort of adds 1 to a counter. So it says, do the first one and add 1 to the counter. Do the second one, add 1 to the counter. Do the third one. So what happens if we put in another one? Because we're only passing 2. We're passing inside the blue brackets up here. You can see we're passing 1. And the next one is 2. Now this does start counting at 1, not 0. So 1, 2. What happens if we put ... 3. Now, I would no, I don't want to purchase it. Thank you very much. I would expect it to say, well, you've come to the end of the list. I'll just use the last one. So I'm expecting top, pot, pot. But I don't know. We're going to find out. Oh, it just looks like it broke it. Doesn't like it at all. Okay, so let's take that one out. And try again. So it seems if you try to use too many, it just says, there isn't that one, and I'm going to ignore them all. Okay, so we've learned something there. Right, now we are doing them in an order. This one is number 1. This one is number 2. You can specify which one. So we could go in here and we could say %1, and then it would be $S. So this is a little bit I've got highlighted there. In fact, actually, let's make a bit of space around it. There we go. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say do ... some spaces, then get the first argument you passed and display that, then some dots, then start counting. So this is going to be the first one again, because if we specify an index, the counter doesn't go up. So this should say ... top ... top. Let's save that. Go back and check. I got a pot. Top pot. Well, I wasn't expecting pot, to be honest. Did we reload the data pack? The resource pack? Probably not. That's what I was expecting. Okay. So, even though this is the second one in the list, if you specify the index, it doesn't start counting. So we have specified number 1, the first thing you passed me. And that doesn't add to our counter. And now we've specified number 1 again. But we add to the counter. So if we do another one of these, we should say display first index, display number 1, display number 2. Okay, let's do a little test on that one. Top, pot. Yeah, okay, that's what we expected. We could change this. It doesn't have to be number 1. It could be number 2. So now we're expecting to get pot, top, pot. Okay. I'm never going to want to use those words again. Pot, top, pot. Okay. Right. That's definitely working. We can define colors in here as well if you wanted. Translate with my string. Well, or we could say top. Let's go inside top and let's just do a color for you. Let's say your color is going to be green. Save. Oops, come back. F3T. I didn't press it twice. I'm sure I didn't. Did say reloaded twice though. We didn't reload the data pack. And we changed the Datapack function, so reload the Datapack. There we go. Now we got top in green. But we can do some more things, like tell raw. This doesn't have to be just text. We could put, imagine we could put in there. I wonder if we can do my test string and do something recursive. Can we? That might be a bad idea. Will it loop forever? I reckon that might loop forever. Let's not use it because it'll say put my test string in there. My test string contains this, which contains my test string, which contains this, which contains... Let's not put my test string in there. Let's put the ID item law my sword that we had from before. Let's try that. Okay, let's see if we can translate passing that in. So that is the data pack we've changed. So we'll do a reload there. Yeah, okay, that works. So we can, I think I'm going to end the video with testing what happens if we loop with my string in there as well. Okay, but it doesn't have to be a translate. You could have a selector. And the selector could be, well, I'm running this as the command block. So at S would be the command. Let's say the nearest player. So that should be me. I'm nearest to command block. Infernal devices is my sword infernal device. Okay. So I think that's pretty much all I really wanted to cover. But what you can see is we can add some sort of variables that we can pass to my test string. I'll tell you what, let's do one more. Why not? Well, let's try and do stuff live on the go. Can we add a score? The scoreboard, objectives, add, test, dummy, scoreboard, players, set me test to 345. Okay. Now I want to be able to get my score. So let's execute this function as myself. Execute as the nearest player. Run. So now I'm doing that. I can use @s in here. So let's add to the end. So if we want to we add a new one. Let's have some more brackets. We want to add a score. So that's 2 of those. And then it'll be an open and close. And some more of those. And what do we do? Score. Name. The name of the player would be the person executing the function at S. The objective would be test. That seems all right. Can we give it a color as well? Let's give it a color of red and bold equals true. Let's try. Okay, done. We'll have to do a reload on the data pack for that. Oh, didn't seem to get my. Have I broken it? Because let's try reloading the resource pack. I don't think that'll make a difference. I think I must have. Why will it not accept my... I see, look. Here we go. We are sending with 1, 2, 3 arguments. So our score is our 3rd argument. If we look inside the translation, we're using argument number 2. And since we specified the index, we don't start counting there. Then we're using argument number 1. Then argument number 2, nowhere are we using argument number 3. So let's have some more dots and we'll percentage S. And let's save that. Let's go back. Let's do a reload of the resource pack, F3 and T. Let's press the button. We've got infernal device. This is my sword. Infernal device 345. We didn't get a color. I'm assuming I've made a spelling mistake there. Color. Well, surely red is a valid color. Oh, look. There we go. Look at what I've put here. I've put color and a colon. I put a colon inside the speech marks as well. So it sort of said, well, that's not valid. So let's change that. And we've only changed the data pack, so just a reload command should work. And now we've got the 345 in red. Okay, so there we go. And there's nothing to stop you putting those onto items like our sword there. Can we use this score? Let's try using this score on our give sword. Translate item my sword. Okay, let's, instead of how on earth do we do this? Can I put with in there? Okay, so let's change. Let's grab test my string. Yeah, I think we can copy all of this. So let's copy everything inside. Let's see what we want to do. We've got brackets there. Translate. Let's try copying everything inside these brackets. Copy. And putting it inside these brackets. Save. And we're just now going to get a sword with a stupidly long name. Reload. And let's function give sword. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we have. Oh, at P. Okay, so it didn't resolve the selector. So it didn't resolve the name, but it's definitely got this is my sword, and it didn't seem to resolve the score either. There's other ways to do that rather than using translate. I wonder if you can do it with translate. I'm not sure, but there are other ways you can definitely do it, so you probably don't need to use this way. What would be the problem? Give at P. I ran the command, so I should be at P. Name at S. Objective test. I don't know. There is a resolved keyword, but I think it's used for books. I don't know if it works here. It probably doesn't. I have just put it in this to test. Ignore me. Oh. Okay, well, I didn't expect that to work, but it seems, yeah, it's... Oh, no, that's the button, isn't it? That's the wrong one. Oh, dear. Yeah, we need to give ourselves a sword. I don't expect it to work. No. Okay. Enough waffling at the end. We've seen a lot. We've seen that we can do a fallback text in case you haven't got the string. We've seen that we can pass variables to the string as well. Okay, that's it for today. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.